The Phantom Stranger Issue 1, written by Dan DiDio, art by Brent Anderson. The Zero issue was kind of the explanation as to this, but this is also just kind of feeling like a first issue as well. So, we open up in New York City. A little boy named Billy's playing with a soccer ball, kicking around the park, and he runs into the Phantom Stranger. And the stranger's like, "Hey, Billy." He's like, hi, how do you know me? He's like, "Oh, I'm a stranger." And Billy's like, "I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, bye." So he takes his ball, he runs out on the road, and wouldn't you know it, hit by a car. And then we just immediately cut to his funeral. A whole procession of people there. He's still got his soccer ball on his casket. And then there's this woman who gets to the front, and he's like, "Billy, they all love you so much. I can feel it. Oh, God, this is just too much." And she runs out of the church. Phantom Stranger sees her run out. And everyone's like, "Who? Does anybody even know who she was? Anybody? Okay." So she runs out. And then there's like this weird shadow thing that comes after her. And she's like, "Oh, your shadows don't scare me. Not when I can make my own." And she just lets out this huge power of the Raven. This is Raven. Her real name's Rachel, but it's Raven. So at that point, she collapses because of the huge emotional burst she just had. And Phantom Stranger steps up and he's like, "Hey, I'm here to help you control and train your powers, I think. I'm the Phantom Stranger. I know your father was the demon Trigon, and his followers are everywhere." And Raven's like, I can't read you." He's like, "No one can. Anyway, I'm here to help you." I was like, "Okay, well, where do we go?" So they just head their way to a diner just to talk for a while. And we get the whole backstory on Raven. Her mother raised her in a place called Azarath. Her father got in there and killed everybody, and she's the only person who survived. And she's able to feel the emotions of everyone around her. And then she starts feeling like really evil presence. And she realizes that, oh, wait, we're surrounded by people who worship my father, who worship Trigon, the Church of Blood. So she immediately just runs out again. Or at least she tries to. She gets surrounded. Phantom Stranger gets in the way and says, like, "Oh, I can protect you. Here, teleport away." And so they just teleport away to Stonehenge. And apparently, Stonehenge is the place where Trigon's, like, power comes from. Like, this is the doorstep to Trigon. So she releases some energy in the form of the Raven. And then, like, Phantom Stranger just redirects it and says, like, "Hey, I don't know why we're here. I said I'd bring you to people who would train you. This is where I was led. It's all part of the magic voodoo of God." So at that point, Raven's like, "Dude, you bringing me here could bring about the end of the world if Trigon finds me." And then all of a sudden, a portal opens up and Trigon steps out. And he's like, "Hello, daughter. I was just about to send an army to destroy the world and searching for you, but now I don't have to. Come with me." And he's like, "No, stranger, please, you have to save me. We can still send him back. Our powers combined." But he's like, "Nah, this is kind of what I got to do." So all of the demons of Trigons grab onto Raven and drag her back into space hell. And then Trigon just takes a second to talk to Phantom Stranger, and he's like, "All right, well, I have her. Are you going to try to stop me?" And Stranger's like, "No." It's like, did you bring her here in order to, like, get her caught?" And he's like, "I don't think so." He's like, "Dude, what is your deal? What are you doing?" And one of his coins comes off of his necklace and, like, disappears. And Trigon's like, "Okay, is your whole thing that you have to betray as many innocent people as you have coins around your neck? And that's the thing?" And Stranger's like, "Look, I don't know what's going on, but I know that my master, God, he had a plan for all this. This had to happen in order for his plan." And Trigon's like, "Okay, well, maybe he realized I was about to destroy the planet, and he gave me my daughter back, so I didn't do that." And Stranger's like, Trigon's just like, "All right, well, this is great conversation. I'm going to leave now. Bye." So he buzzes off, and then we see Phantom Stranger make his way to an old-looking house. He walks inside of it, takes off his hat and cloak, and then he's greeted by two children who are like, "Daddy's home." And we see that his real name is Philip, and he has a wife and two kids. And he's just like, "Oh, yeah, the kids are getting ready for bed. Maybe you can go put them away." And he kisses his wife, and he's like, "Oh, Elena, my love, you have no idea the rough day at work I had." And then we see standing outside the window is Pandora, because of course Pandora is there. And that's that. I gotta say, Stranger has absolutely no agency. Like, in order to have a character, you need to have them want something. But literally, he's just like, we're just gonna move around here. Oh, Billy's dead. That's weird. And oh, that led me to a raven, and I'm bringing Raven to a demon, and well, that's it for that. There's one panel in here where he just has the most, like, stoic-ass face as he's just talking to Trigon. Trigon's like, dude, what is your deal? He's just like, nah. Like, there's nothing in this character. Which makes those last 2 pages the biggest surprise of, no, he has a wife and kids. And, like, this is just his day job. And I'm like, how is an endless curse a day job? Did you forget issue 0? You can't just walk away from... This is a punishment where you are not to know anybody and you have a wife and kids. I'm sure we'll get more explanation, but it genuinely feels like we just forgot the 0 issue. I don't know. Overall, though, if I take the issue independently, it's fine. It's a weird introduction to Raven, but hey, it's there. Everything else, art-wise, it looks great. I really do like the style that they got going on here. Brent Anderson, he does a cross-hatching style that I'm usually not a fan with, but it really does work for this particular sort of feel. So, yeah, I give this one... I give it a 6.5. It would be higher if it wasn't... If Stranger showed anything. Like in the 0 issue, he was like, why did you make me do this, Lord? But this issue, he's just like, yeah, teenage girl, run away. Who'da thunk it?